Okay, Anton, now I'm confused because you said you don't want to.
What is the point of naming him after you if we don't care about you as like we don't know you?
Right, I understand that, but you can't say that he's a disappointment to his dad when we don't know who his
No,
dad
I'm
is.
not
Like,
saying that he's a disappointment to his father. I'm saying that it doesn't matter because his father is dead anyway. So why not allow for him to have his own identity?
well, was
So,
he dead when
so
you named
here's
him?
here's my position on this. All right, I think that most of the things that people do with regard to children is selfish. It's selfish, and so most of the time when people are naming a child after them, right? In a lot of instances, most of the time they're doing it in a lot of those instances they're living through their child, trying to create a legacy through their child, right? I see a lot of people living through their kids. I see a lot of people doing shit or putting shit on their kids based off of shit that they didn't accomplish or things or whatever. So when I see people do things selfishly, because it's already a selfish act to have children in the first place. We have children and we place expectations on them because we want to feel good about our legacy. That's the dumbest shit ever because the kid didn't ask to be here. And that's why even the word of God says that the kids pay for the sins of their fathers, or the kids are the ones that have to suffer as a result of what their fathers or what their parents did. And so a lot of times we are doing things because it makes us feel good, but it don't have shit to do with the kid itself. And so the reason I see a lot of people name the junior is because, oh man, carrying the legacy. That ain't got shit to do with him. What if he don't want to be your legacy? What if he look at you as a piece of shit? I see a lot of fathers, for example, that name their kids after them, but the father is a piece of shit. So he got to carry your legacy. He got to make you look good, nigga. You know what I'm saying? It's like, no, he
Yeah,
his
that's
own
what I was.
person. He his own person. You your own person, and let them be them. Let
Yeah,
them be
that's what
To
them.
I
be
said
clear,
earlier.
I believe that everybody should have their own name, but is legacy only in name? I mean, like if you come from somebody, if this is your father, you're still a part of their legacy, regardless of what your name is.
Okay.
I think it worked
Okay,
out for the
but then
Mayweathers. I
why?
think
Hold
it
on.
did work out for the
But
Mayweathers.
then why do the last name? Because the last name is also lineage.
Well, you're not gonna get the junior without the last name.
I don't
No,
think. I
but
think that we
what
do
I'm
that because
saying is
that's just
why
what
do the last name? Because that's exactly what the last name is too.
we do it because that's just what we taught to do. That's just our norms. That's our cultural norms. We don't think about it. That's just a part of what we do.
No, you don't. You don't
You do
have
to
to.
keep track of people and to keep track of the legacy.
We we're used to doing it because that's what we do here in America.
No,
To
I
keep
mean
track of the legacy.
I would take I like my father's name because I like my father's legacy, and I'm proud to have my father's name, right? So
But you didn't have a choice in that.
I have a choice. I'm an
You didn't have a
adult.
choice
I
because
can
that's how
throw
you
away
was
my
named.
father's name if I wanted to.
You can later, but you've already adapted to whatever it is that
That's because
they've
everybody in
put
my
upon you.
family do exactly what we're talking about. Lineage. It's about lineage. So if it's not about lineage, then why even do it with the last name? That's what I'm saying.
All right, let me go ahead and blow this shit off because I was trying to reserve this point. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and throw this shit out the window because I see a lot of people feeling some type of way about it. Half of you motherfuckers is named after slave owners. The fuck is y'all talking about? Y'all want some fake lineage connection? You don't know who the fuck your ancestor. You don't even know where you come from. Half of you niggas is sold off and you named after a slave owner. I didn't want to do this shit and just go down this dark path because you're having such a good conversation. But you niggas naming yourself juniors after a motherfucker that whooped your ass, that whooped your ancestors' ass, and changed your name and erased your legacy anyway. So what the fuck is y'all talking about? I don't understand where this legacy, this lineage shit come at for most of you niggas that's saying this shit because you're naming your child after another nigga that named you, after another person that named them, and they erased their whole history in the first place. So I don't understand the relevance of it. Last name first, none of that shit. Like, if it's me personally, and this is just my thoughts, if it's me, I'm going to create, I'm going to let them create their own pathway because they have their own legacy. And the only thing that I am supposed to do is enable them and give them everything they need to be successful. So I don't get it. I don't get why all of these niggas, you a Johnson, nigga. You know how many Johnsons there are in the world? Nigga, you don't, what the fuck is a Johnson? Like, so okay, so now this nigga is John Johnson Jr. The fuck, nobody give a fuck about that shit. Who's coming in and saying, yeah, King? Nigga, you don't, King? That's an American name from a slave owner that gave you that shit. So I care more about, you know, spirituality and you know, what it is that you do on this earth is more of a reflection of what your legacy is going to be based off of how you impact other people, not how you selfishly try to name somebody else to make you feel good about the fact that you created a kid. You ain't doing nothing special. You naming your kid after somebody that already fucked over your mama. And half of you niggas don't even know who your daddy is. So I don't know. That's my perspective on it. I'm sure everybody else got a different perspective, but I don't understand all these American names. You don't even know who you are. Niggas got to take a 23andMe DNA test just to figure out what the fuck that, and you don't even know if that's accurate. But I don't know. I mean, I got a different perspective. So you named after a slave owner, bro.
Sky Dweller, don't do that again. Don't, bro.
What did he do?
What you say, Slimmy?
Sky Dweller, don't do that. I'm just saying, don't do that again.
I don't know what no Sky Dweller did, but the fact of the matter is, I don't understand why this is so meaningful for a lot of these people that are American born. Unless you want to keep up the legacy of where your parents got their ass whipped on the plantation. It may be some generational curses tied into the name that you got. If you really believe in it from a spiritual perspective, there may be some curses that's tied into the name that you was named. So I don't know. I got a different perspective.
In the so in the native culture, you pick that, like, everybody has their own name. There's no, you know, same last name. It's all part of a tribe, but you don't have the same names. So do you think people should do things like that, like make up their own names?
I think people should do whatever they want to do, but just don't put any kind of, I don't know. I think people should do whatever they want to do. I personally think that everybody should have their own legacy and do whatever it is that they want to do. I wouldn't put that requirement on anybody. That's one of the biggest things that I say to my daughter is, hey, because she, you know, she always used to grow up and say, yo, you accomplished so much, whatever. I want to be just like you. My biggest thing was, I always taught her, hey, don't worry about none of that. Just be a kid as long as you can and enjoy life. Don't think about the future. And then B, do what you like to do. Do what's fun to you. Just be a good person and everything is going to work out. So I don't have no requirements in the same way that everybody does.
Mika, I've always thought that everybody should be able to change their names at like 18 or 21 or something like that, because you didn't get to choose your name. So like, I feel like once you're an adult, you should be able to choose.
Jeffrey says I'm wrong on this. Nigga, you named Jeffrey. You a Jeffrey, nigga. Let me be quiet. Shout out to Jeffrey. Some of you niggas is named after a car. You know what I'm saying? Like, some of y'all are named after a vehicle.
We're gonna leave the Mercedes alone.
Let me be quiet. Let me stop.
Lexus.
Couldn't have a Porsche, so she named her daughter Alexis. People keep telling me to turn the air down.
Mercedes is a very in the Latino community, Mercedes is a popular last name. That's a very popular last name.
Hmm. I've never heard of this last name.
Yeah, one of my friends from Puerto Rico, her last name is Mercedes. And then I know like three other people last name Mercedes.
Some of y'all can't even get a good job because the way y'all name.
Now people keep telling me to
I
turn the air.
was only asking questions. I didn't mean for it to go left.
Some of y'all can't get a job, nigga. Some of y'all lost opportunities because your mama was dumb as fuck and your daddy allowed for it to happen. Your mama was dumb.
Mm.
So
You don't think we're selling out in some ways by not giving our kids Afrocentric names?
I'm not an African. I'm an American. I mean, if y'all want to give y'all kids African booty scratcher names, then that's cool. I'm straight.
African booty scratcher, Anton, really?
Yeah, Ubuntu and all of them dumbass names. Y'all can rock out with them.
I'm not doing
Okay with that. If y'all want to be Ubuntu, then cool. I don't have no problem with that. I think that everybody should do what they want to do. I don't give a fuck. I'm not African. I don't care about that shit.
Anton, what you sipping on?
Say
right.
what?
He gonna turn that camera back on and he gonna be
What you
naked.
sipping on? When you get the devil laugh, you sipping.
Right.
I'm chilling.
He gonna be naked and slapping his thighs when he turn that camera back on.
I ain't doing nothing. I'm chilling. These niggas want to be slaves so bad. They want to go straight back to the plantation. Let me be
What do you
quiet.
think about places named Plantation? Like, you know how they have like Plantation Trace or something, like, let's say it's apartment complex or a
Mhm.
neighborhood. Like there's Sienna Plantation in Houston that's like
I
upscale or
don't
whatever.
care. Leave it as a plantation.
You could live there?
Yeah, I'll live wherever it is that I want to live.
I
I,
refuse.
I
I'm not
don't
paying my money to go to a plantation when my people tried to get off all them
My
years.
my
You
dream home is a plantation home. The architecture is so beautiful, and I love old homes that don't really have hallways where each room is connected by a door. Eventually I'm gonna have a plantation home. They're
So
so
you like
beautiful. The
colonial
pillars, the big
buildings.
old porches.
I
You like
seen I
colonial.
seen more I seen more niggas killed in the hood, and we just call that shit gentrification when we fix it up. I seen more blood spilled right on Norfolk and Chippewa. Motherfuckers don't even blink an eye. They clean that shit up, and they fix it up, and they do gentrification. They raise the property values. I don't know. I'm just realistic about life. I don't give a fuck. I'm more traumatized about the shit I seen in real life than shit that they showed me on a movie.
It's not just a movie though. That was real life too. You just didn't see it.
It wasn't real to me. I don't know who died where. I'm my own person. They should have revolted. They should have fucking revolted. They fought.
My thing is like most of our grandparents and great grandparents, a lot of us, especially depending on where you were born, never experienced slavery. So I don't understand why we just hold on to it. Like I don't know why,
Well,
because I know for a fact my grandparents and their parents were never slaves ever. And I'm not saying that their parents or grandparents probably weren't, but
they don't, that's because they don't tell you, but there were a lot of black people here that were free. Like in the movie 12 Years a Slave, right? The man gets picked up, but his family was a bunch of aristocrats. They were not slaves. There's tons of freedmen and Moors that came over here. So I
Yeah,
don't
if they
know
came over
why
here
they
to
only make it
work.
like that, but a lot of people work families do come from slavery, and a lot of people families don't come from slavery.
They listen. People keep talking about moving to Africa on the very land that motherfuckers spill blood on. They talk about going to places where there's been mass genocide and rebranding it and shit. Like, man, I got too little time on this earth for me to be worried about this little silly shit. I'm about to enjoy life.
Hmm.
But if
Hmm.
everybody else feel like they want to have some level of symbolism that come back with it, have at it. I ain't stopping you. Do your thing.
I think each generation should try to make their lineage better.
I'm trying to figure
It's
out.
over. I think
I'm
it's
trying to.
over. These
I don't know. I'm trying to figure out what that mouth do. You know what I'm saying? Like,
What happened?
slavery. Talking about slavery make women pussy dry up. You know what I'm saying? Like, I be trying to figure out what that mouth do.
Yeah,
Damn, you want to watch the slave
Kim,
movie every
Kim,
time?
Wait
you
a minute.
you said the
Wait a
wrong. You said
minute.
the wrong.
You know what I'm
Wait
saying?
a minute.
You
Wait
I
a
said the
was
wrong.
minute.
like
Respect this
over
shit.
here, and then
Wait,
Anton was like,
wait
"You
a
turn.
minute. Wait a minute.
What's in that cup?"
I ain't never
Anton,
seen a chick.
Anton,
I ain't never seen a chick get wet off of a slave movie, nigga.
Anton.
You know what they get wet off of? The Notebook. Keep on
The
taking your chick.
Notebook.
Keep on taking your chick to see a slave movie and see how that play out for you, nigga.
Wait a
You get
minute,
you get
man.
you get no head that night, nigga.
Hold up, bro.
No
Did,
head.
did you pour that Laportier?
I'm just saying, you get no head, nigga.
Something happened, Slimmy.
I
Something happened.
told you. I told you this
Yeah,
10 minutes ago.
Just been
yeah. He poured that
I
Laportier.
told you this 10 minutes ago.
no, he's right though. Because go ahead, show her one in the movie. She gonna be ready to fight in some type of civil rights
Oh yeah,
argument.
no,
They
we ain't
She gonna
are.
watching.
be on her
Hey, look,
activism.
They
Yeah, but
are,
you
bro.
I ain't
know
trying to
the
watch no
notebook
slave
either. The
movies.
notebook is
Next thing you
sad.
know, she coming out with her hair braided or in dreads and shit, trying to recapture the feeling of slavery and angry at all of the white people. You can't take her to no establishment because she want to look up who the owner of it is now. We ain't trying to do that shit. She don't want to drink the certain liquor no more because she's trying to figure out if it comes from a slave owner. I don't want to. I don't want. Come on, baby. What you doing? Turn that shit off.
Yeah, I don't watch those slave films.
Turn that shit off. You know what I'm saying? She keep on trying to figure out why they didn't have no shoes in that movie. How you gonna get a chick wet and he getting whipped?
Some people use whips in sexual things.
Not when they getting beat for not picking enough cotton.
I know. I'm just messing with you.
Man, what just happened here?
You know what I'm saying?
What is going on here, man? This woman is in a blanket talking about
It's
whips.
like 5 degrees in here. I have absolutely no idea where the thermostat is. I'm not the only person here, so I'm not going to touch it anyway. But it's cold. That's all I know is it's cold.
You got Laportier at the studio?
Mika been here, she knows her.
It's Laportier at the studio, Mika?
Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
I'm not drinking right now.
At this moment or today.
I'm chilling. Y'all didn't say nothing to Quentin. Quentin is sitting in there like Darth Maul.
Quentin always on something. I think
Yeah,
he chews edibles before he starts. But we talking about you.
Quinn got access to 35 pounds. Don't tell him what the fuck he doing.
I don't say nothing to Quentin.
I'll tell you what this nigga been up to. This nigga over there
Have
making
I'm
weed
trying to
butter.
sell it on the low low.
have you ever seen a chick get wet off Kunta Kinte? That's all I'm saying.
Absolutely not. It won't happen.
Thank you.
It won't happen. I started watching slave movies, man. My family was mad at me when I said I don't want to watch Roots no more. They was mad. I was like, I don't want to see this. I'm not staying in the house to watch this. I'm going outside. They show that shit all the time on channel. They used to show that shit all the time on channel 25. Like what?
Oh my god.
Oh, she's
What's channel
back.
25?
Oh boy, channel 25 was WVIZ. Yeah, it was like the learning channel. Like that's what Reading Rainbow used to come on there.
Oh, is that PBS?
PBS. I said WVIZ.
Quinn is getting paid $500 a word tonight.
Yeah.
He docked in his pay.
PBS. Yeah, that's PBS. It's getting late. Oh shit.
Quentin tapped out when y'all said his girl wasn't a 10.
Oh yeah, he been quiet since the Snow Bunny shuffle.
I said she was cute.
You did say that, Molly. You did.